There's an old story that tells how all humans wandered all over the earth, enjoying every second of their lives thanks to their divine powers. Until one day, humans became arrogant and committed crimes that angered the gods. The gods decided that humans deserved to be stripped away of their divine powers forever. Now, the gods had a new problem. They were worried because they didn't know where they should hide these divine powers. The first god had an idea. He suggested that they should hide the divine powers at the deepest part of the ocean. No, said the gods. There will come a time when humans will be able to sail the oceans and submerge themselves into the deepest parts of it. The second god had a better idea. He suggested that their divine powers should be hidden at the bottom of the earth. No, said the gods. Humans are very bright and they will find a way to excavate the earth and recover their divine powers. The third god had the solution. He proposed that their divine powers had to be hidden at the top of the highest mountain. No, said the gods. Humans are natural explorers and they will climb all the mountains of the earth. The gods were frustrated because they couldn't find a place where humans wouldn't think of exploring to find their divine powers. After long, arduous months of work, the gods finally found the best place to hide the divine powers. A god euphorically said, "Let's hide their divine powers within themselves." And since that moment, humans have submerged in every ocean, have dug every part of the earth and have climbed the highest mountains, and they keep looking for their divine powers. Throughout my life, I've met hundreds of people that were always unhappy. It didn't matter how much they had. If they had love, money, family, whatever, they were not happy. But everyone had the same thing in common. Everyone was looking for happiness outside of themselves. Because when life didn't go their way, they thought that the solution for all their problems was getting more money or the approval of more people or even feeling the love of that person that they liked so much. And I, like everyone else, fell into the same dangerous trap. During lots of years, I looked for happiness outside of myself. Being liked by more people didn't change how I felt about myself at the end of the day. Dating beautiful girls was not the solution. They only masked the unhappiness and loneliness that I felt within. And definitely, getting a better paying job in a big corporation didn't help. It just sucked the life out of me. So, after years of pursuing happiness in every mainstream way, I finally found the solution, and it lies in improving the relationship you have with yourself. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that you can feel happy, you can feel positive all the time, and you can definitely feel good about yourself. The bad news is that your happiness is your responsibility. There's nothing and no one that will make you feel good about yourself when you're by yourself. Stop thinking that more money, more love, or more whatever is the solution to your unhappiness. They are great things to strive for, but they will not make you happy in the long run. Take a look at the mirror and recognize all that divine power that lies within yourself. Focus on working on yourself and developing the best version of yourself that you can imagine, because your divine power is your endless human potential that only you can realize. But how do you actually do this? If there's something all of us have in common, is that we all know what we can improve about ourselves. And by continually working on reaching your full potential, you can start feeling good about yourself and improving the relationship you have with yourself. We are all familiar with this annoying negative voice inside our heads that is always beating us up. You're so fat and ugly. I don't deserve love. You will never make enough money. But here's the thing with this negative voice. If you reframe it, you can get amazing insights about the things that you could do better. What I've found in my life is that this negative voice speaks truths that we don't want to acknowledge. And the best way to shut it up is by fixing the things that it's pointing out. During my teenage years, I was always beating myself up because I didn't like my body because I was fat. To say that I felt good about my body was a politician-level lie, and this negative voice always reminded me that I hated my body. But what if this was actually what I needed to hear? That I could actually have a body that I'm proud of, and that I should not settle for a mediocre body. Since I felt this to be true, I took corrective action. Can you guess what happened after I got fit? I felt good about myself because I improved something that made me feel better about myself. What I'm saying is that you are the solution to your happiness because you know what things about yourself you can improve that ultimately will make you feel good about yourself when you're by yourself and no one else is looking at you. The key to being happy is to like yourself and like the life you have created for yourself. Because here's the truth, money, fame, likes, whatever, will not make you feel good in the long run. They are only short-term solutions for long-term problems that will ultimately persist. Having a healthy body, being a kind person, building a business that provides value to people, just to name a few, will make you feel good about yourself in the long run because they are things you control that make you grow as a person. Because remember that your divine power to be happy lies within yourself. The world will never happen your way. Some things will go your way, but other things will go others' way. This is how life works, but what depends upon yourself should always happen your way. So, focus all your energies on improving the only relationship that depends exclusively on you, the relationship you have with yourself. One of the quickest ways to increase your happiness is by meditating. You can check out this video to learn how to meditate effectively. Meditation is powerful because it helps you realize that your thoughts create the meaning you give to everything in life. Another important factor to be happy is to be grateful for everything you have in your life. And I strongly believe that this video will help you develop your gratitude muscle.